This is Steve Young for the Co-Roundtable. In our politics here in America, one of the issues which our once president, now candidate for president again, Donald Trump, raised then, did then, and is talking about now, is tariffs. Widespread tariffs, not targeted tariffs on a particular offensive good or product or something like that, but just in general, in order to shift, my understanding is, his economic theory is you want to shift consumption away from foreigners and keep it in your own country, thereby increasing the market for your domestic producers, which goes against what I was taught in Economics 1 years ago, which goes against what I thought was Adam Smith's excitement when he wrote against mercantilism on the grounds that in the long run, tariffs, mercantilism, all these things which in effect fix prices and extract rents. They force you to pay amounts which are higher than what the producers of the goods or services really want or need. And they basically interrupt the flow of funds more widely in your society. So in the end result of mercantilism, Smith argued, is that your people are poorer, they're worse off. So he was the great proponent for free trade, as I remember, and also for competition, on the grounds that if you have freedom in competition, the people who produce the most quality for the less price will get market share, because they won't be able to get a monopoly to protect them. So I've always sort of intuitively agreed with that, and yet here we are in 2024 with a major figure in a major country proposing tariffs. Now, there was an article recently that, and I hadn't paid much attention to this, during his first term, Trump put tariffs on imports from a lot of countries, including China, in order to not have American money flow to China, right? So what happened? The Chinese put tariffs. Governments have been doing this for probably, centuries at least. They put tariffs on American goods to be sold in China, which means that American goods are more expensive, we can sell less there, but also that American companies in China who make goods in China to send back to the United States, they can't do that successfully anymore. So those American companies are moving away from China to Thailand and Vietnam in particular, which is probably good for workers in Thailand and Vietnam, and less good for the Americans and the Chinese. So this issue of tariffs, and from my point of view, I don't see very many Americans sort of talking about it. A few economists here and there you read, but do we understand it? And what should be the starting point? Shouldn't the starting point be what in the long run is going to create the most wealth for the most people in your country? And if, as Smith says, that means you want your country to fully participate in a global economy where there are lots of potential suppliers, different quality kinds of things, wouldn't you really want to have an open trading system?